Hi everyone, welcome back to Rogue Trader, Void Shadows. We just had a little discussion on the bridge about some cult playing with fire down near the engines and the fuel lines. And then we talked to Argenta. So, who else did we talk to? Nobody, I don't think. We didn't talk to Jai. Now, I'll get through them all one by one. But we want to carry on with what we're doing. A little bit of exploration under our belts. Do a few jumps, we should be able to go back to Furibundus, Footfall, and get into the quarantine zone. Gonna skip the pirates because we just can't do much about them at the moment. The Hulk. What is that Hulk? Got some fuel. A lot of fuel, actually. And some more fuel. That's like cargo. These are commodities, I guess, that we can trade with at planets and stuff. And our profit factor over here. These three are the rarer ones. These not so much. Although for mechanisms are rare to start off with. And chemicals. Where's chemicals? Here. That's just the Chartist monocle. 15 to commerce. And some Mechanicus creations. Which again is cargo. Right then, Jai. So what, Lord Xenos or commerce? Might as well do commerce. You are our face, I guess. So the commerce, coercion, persuasion person. Okay. I've got a list. I've got a notepad actually. Of things to do. I'm at those. Oh, if it didn't punch my microphone, it'd be easier. Photos tomb. Pirates and a planet. We're going to do that later. Early combat is not advised until you get to your capital and get a couple of is up here. Get a few upgrades under your belt. Do another chart. Nope, nothing. I can go to Avios. There is. I wish to inform you that the sacred rituals addressed to the spirit of the ship have been performed. The techno liturgy and the rite of machine blessing ended with a data meditation in order to comprehend the nature of the miracle sent down by the Omnissiah. Acquisition of sacred knowledge has not been recorded. How the spirit of the voidship was able to call upon the power of the machine god and activate the warp drive remains an unknown. During my meditative ritual, the Omnissiah gave me an equally valuable revelation. The sacred spirit that lives in the bowels of the ship's mechanisms differs from other analogous forms. This spirit holds a unique power that can not be called anything less than the blessing of the machine god. So what does this mean? Hypothesis. In extremis, the ship's spirit is capable of making unpredictable calculations and actions. It is impossible to predict how it will behave in any given situation, but I believe the spirit is currently showing obedience, at least for now. I recommend that we continue monitoring the ship and be prepared for new manifestations. Orders received. Thank you, Pascal. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Kibellah, as I'm fated to be your shadow, Domin Jellybobs, we must perform a ritual that will seal our bond, for it pleases the Undying One. Let us speak on the bridge. I will take you to a place appropriate for the ritual. What is the ritual? Come and you will see. I do not wish to speak of the mysteries of the blood-spun web over the box. This knowledge is not meant for the ears of the uninitiated. I will be there. Thank you. Ritual of binding, okay. Chart new stuff. Should be able to come up to here now. Up to Trinitas, which is Foulstone, I think. Now there is a big nasty baddie thing there, which I might leave it a little bit late. I want to finish Footfall off first. Adamantine. We have 3 extractiums. Okay. But on the point of interest, a small human dwelling stands on this barren, deserted planet. Scouts report that an old hermit lives here who spends his days in prayer to the Emperor, asking for a blessing. To the old captain's surprise, the hermit turned out to be a navigator, and when the old man discovered the noble status of his visitor, he willingly recounted his tale. He had retreated to this planet long ago, back when he was still in his youth, after he had realized that his mind could not withstand frequent forays into the Imperium, the realm of the arch-enemy. The hermit spoke with pride about how he had worshipped the Emperor each and every moment of his life. But when he mentioned the golden light of the Astronomicon, his voice quivered. When his guests left, he stared after them for a long time, his gaze filled with sadness. What did he see? Let's get this adamantine. Use up one of my extractium. I got 2 adamantine. You can see up there, and now I've got 2. Let me notice that I've done that. This is Aviorus. Right, out tab to the right place actually. Aviorus. Force Fiend Hulk, which I'll do later. And what was it? Adamantine. Times 2, which is mind. Okay, carrying on. I'll keep a track on this because otherwise I'll forget and just be backtracking all the time. It'll save time in the long run. Let me check everyone's still in their post because sometimes it goes weird. Okay. Jai. She's much better at that than me and has all the same skills. These skills can be upgraded per person over here. See, Jai has, same as me, a chance to get that focused efforts later on when we level up the ship. And Persuasion is the best start for this. Master Cannoneer. Kibellah actually has no abilities at all. In anything. That seems like an oversight. Well, not yet. I'm sure Adira does. She can get torpedo control. Okay. Now, Argent is still the best there. Shieldmaster. Still Pascal, Master of Maneuvers. Still Abelard, Warp Channeler. Now it's split between these two. And Adira has Warp Wave, whereas Cassia has Shallow Jump. Now I think if a person has that ability, it cools down faster or something, or I don't know. You don't start with it. And Master of Etherics, it's still Cassia at the top there with the awareness. That will change soon as well. And this will eventually become Cassia's place. Okay. So everything's okay here. This is where you get extra skills. Like here. Like Warp Wave is here. And Expeditious Reload. The ones to look out for here are the ultimate ones. These ones here. They're the best ones. But they take a long time to cool down, like multiple jumps, multiple combats to jump to cool down. Let's upgrade. Oh, that was the ram. I didn't want the ram. I wanted the hull. Let's upgrade again. Okay. So the hull is up to level 5. I think level 10 is the maximum. Okay. We've looked at that and we've done that. What we looked at is we scanned the planet. 53 experience. For visions, we can find those 5. Go back to my notepad. Visions times 5. I'm not going to mind that, but I'll note it down. And the smuggler's cache. Grenades, and medikits. Like, we'll get loads and loads of these, and 5's about the level of where you might think of for the ones that are very common, like not so much people. Visions, plasteel, promethium. 5 is about the lower limit. But if you needed to finish contracts, whatever, then jump in. Or a project, but I'll talk about that later. What's this? Some more fuel. And each of these plants we're looking at, we can then sell to the exploiters for a profit factor. If you remember Opticon 22, it's beautiful. These are ardent. These would pop up here and stay down here for you to have a look at. There are ardent views in the void, the likes of which I've never imagined. A single vivid world, bleeding flames, yet so much substance for my thoughts. Okay? And we are now leveled up, just because of a bit of exploring. That last planet made us level up. Oh my god, we're getting the iconoclast runs. Our points up. You can go up to level 2 on each, I think. Once you get to level 3, it locks everything else out. I really need to make more heretical choices. Guess from the warp is decent, I think. Yeah. That's meh. And this is meh as well. These are the best ones. For heretics anyway. So anyway, I will level people up. I'll be back in a second. Well, that didn't take long because at this level, it's everybody's heroic act. For the new Executioner class, we have Carnival of Misery. Until the end of combat, all damage dealt to enemies by damage over time effects is increased by 100%. After all of the modifiers, this effect stacks and can be inflicted by more than one Executioner. So it goes on top of that, but also it stacks with that. That's that increased by 100% again. Now whether it's doubled and then doubled again to 4 times, or whether it's just plus 100% plus another 100% to 3 times, I don't know. But that's the Carnival of Misery. And that will, for damage over time, it is... Well, it's not showing up here. It's burning, bleeding and poison, like toxic damage. Everybody else has got the old one. So Bounty Hunter, a number of attacks equal to the prey in combat. Attacks always hit and always score crits. Probably won't be using any of these at all. Grand Strategist chooses a combat tactics area. Every ally gains an extra turn with AP and MP at the start of the Grand Strategist's next turn. Well, that's pointless. For every enemy that was killed in the selected combat tactics area, the AP is increased by +1. So you need a mixture of our people and their people, and then it doesn't take effect until the next turn. So pretty useless. Got the same for Pascal. Kibellah has the assassin one. Make an attack with a current weapon against an enemy. Cannot miss and deals 50% more damage. Also deals additional damage equal to 25% of the target's missing wounds. The dodge reduction, armor pen, and power reduction are doubled for this attack. Maybe use it. I don't know. Orchestral Firestorm for Argenta. 3x3 zone in the battlefield. Everyone with a line of sight makes an attack against it. Not brilliant, but whatever, it does the job. Same for Jai. Heinrich gets steady superiority. Until the end of combat, the Arch-Militant can make one additional attack each turn, including one additional attack on the turn this heroic act was used. The first attack after using this ability, and each turn afterward, costs 0. So use it early, and then just go for making extra attacks each turn. And Heinrich, until the next turn, the Vanguard attacks each enemy that attacks the Vanguard allies in a 3-cell radius around the Vanguard. Additionally, until the next turn, the Vanguard always retaliates when attacked. So again, it's like a tanky thing. Right. So that was the upgrades. I'm not going to go there yet. I'll leave that for now. I think last run I went there and killed the Forge Fiend in one round, which was impressive. Do a quick save there. Oh, I've got to go to the bridge, haven't I? Talk to Kibellah. I'm getting distracted already, trying to explain things. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna injure yourself again as soon as I come near.
Domin.
Kibellah puts away the dagger she's been using to reopen her freshly closed wounds. I'm ready for the binding ritual.
Then follow me, Domin.
More voice, please, or do I have to talk? Oh, back in the chapel again.
Are you ready to step into the labyrinth, Domin?
Kibellah moves in a peculiar semblance of an athletic exercise. Her movements straighten an inscrutable pattern. What exactly are we going to do?
This is the ritual of binding. By the Undying One's will, our fates and ours one. But I must still guide you into the maze of my mind. Although it is my predestination alone to walk its corridors in search of answers, your image must become part of the tangle. For I am your shadow, Domin, and your presence will aid me in sensing whatever threats may be looming over you.
What is all this on the floor?
Instructions, directions, a depiction of the puzzle that can only be solved within one's own consciousness by following its bends and turnings. I do not require these lines to find my way, but for you, they will serve as a guiding thread.
This reminds me of those kids' toys you used to get in the 70s and 80s. You know, it's a little plastic thing with a clear plastic lid on it and a little ball bearing and a hole in it. You have to get the ball bearing through into a hole in the centre. I'm ready. Let's begin.
Your weapon for the ritual. Watch the lines on the floor. You can only pass through the gaps. The rest, you need not know. Enter the labyrinth, Domin.
She draws a curved blade and offers it to you, bows curtly and assumes a combat stance.
You are now upon the path. Your shadow now walks the labyrinth, and my gaze can now see when danger draws near you.
Bella's breathing is steady. There's no change in her solemn expression. Her lips continue moving for a while longer, her eyes tracing the lines on the floor. Can you tell me what this really was? What's the true meaning of this rite?
You are not required to understand. You have joined the ritual. That will suffice.
Kibellah glanced at you with apprehension. Okay. I only seek to understand why this matters to you, to understand you.
Understand me? Why, Domin? My fate is preordained, and our places assigned. We both must serve the Undying One, as his design foretells. But if such is indeed your wish...
She raises her chin, hesitates. You see her eyebrow creeping upward, while quickly straightening once more.
My path of service to the Undying Emperor is one of many twists and pitfalls. Every mind is fraught with weakness, and only by honing it tirelessly can one achieve focus and prime one's perception. I envision the tenets of the web as a maze of tangles and dead ends. Each time I go into a trance, be it one of the soul or of battle, I walk this path from beginning to end. And now that you're a part of it, you will be there with me when next I enter the labyrinth. You may deem it strange. You live in a world so far removed from my own that such rituals must seem absurd to you. I am sure I would find your rituals equally mystifying.
She permits herself to smile in the very corners of her mouth, and a spark of flustered curiosity lights up in her normally aloof gaze. To the outside observer, what happened here would have looked like an ordinary fight, but your senses grasp something more. They allow you to perceive a fragile bond that's formed between the two of you in the midst of this blade dance. It's as if Kibellah's mind has opened up, reached out to yours, and acquainted itself with it. A surprising display of power and direction for someone who possesses no psychic abilities, or appears to be unaware of their own gift. My rituals, what do you mean?
You are empowered by the will of the Undying One himself, and yet, when I look at your life, I am surprised. You follow a different thread, one that does not seem as strict to your thoughts and deeds. There is so much luster.
Oh, I don't know about this. I don't know what ritual I could show her. Or perhaps she'll take us as an insult. Would you like to see my world, Kibellah? You have allowed me to witness your ritual. It's only fair that I show you one of mine.
To partake in one of your ceremonies? Returning the courtesy. That is how you say it up here, isn't it? I will await your invitation.
She pauses to think, then offers you a respectful bow.
The labyrinth has accepted you. We have danced amid the crossing lines and minds, and by the dance, we are now bound.
Well, that was quick. I thought there would be something more involved, but I guess not. It says talk to Janrock, who's over here. Yes. I would like to introduce Kibellah to some of the customs practiced among the people of my stature. Show her what life is like in the upper decks, so to speak. He huffs pensively. Your lordship is most courteous, but what exactly did you have in mind? I was counting on you to choose an appropriate ritual. But of course, you don't have time to puzzle over such trivial solutions. He adjusts his frock coat and nods enigmatically. I will see what can be arranged, and do not worry for a single moment. I promise to find the most suitable approach. I will contact you the moment I have something to offer. Let's see about what I can get. Can't do anything yet with these because I don't have any. Oh, I've got power battery because my profit factor increased. I can't sell them anything because I don't have any. Oh, where do I get the trophies from? Okay. I don't know where I got that from. Maybe some floating wreckage. That's those done. How about Rizzer? Okay, I get medkits. Didn't I get this before? Maybe. And get the Staff of Endless Flame. That's 7, which is a long way to go. It's an update for my current stuff. I don't have enough. I barely have enough. Maybe not even enough to get out of this level. So nothing for Rizzer at the moment. Hieronymus. Heavy bolter, please. The Cloak of Retribution, plus 15% bonus to damage against enemies that dealt damage to the wearer this round. Meh. So now I have that. I can give it to Argenta. Explorators. More freebie. Oh, it's up to 35. I don't have that yet. Nothing brilliant yet. I had a look on the station though, didn't I, before I left Footfall. Holiday. That's all way higher stuff than I can have at the moment. The telepath staff. Well, it's a long way off. Yeah, it's a long way off. Telepath staff is for Adira. It's a slight buff. Where's the heavy bolter? Here. It does less damage per bullet. It has a far higher recoil. Same range, much higher ammo, better armor penetration. But it does do a rate of fire of 8, so it would do 48 to 80 damage instead of 40 to 56 damage. If everything hits. And that can be doubled with concentrated fire. Or whether it is to double her rate of fire. I'll try it out. I'll keep this bolted, just in case. Get rid of that. No one that's heretical will be using that. These basic plasma pistols aren't as good as the Turby pattern. 9 to 13, 15 to 19. Always add those cargo. Flamers. I'm not going to use flamers this one. It's more of a dogmatic thing. All these are staves. Might keep the chainsaws because you never know. You've got the two-handed hammer, you've got a force weapon. Nobody else is using melee anytime soon. You have the shredder shotgun. I could give you the 32 to... Yeah, I think the shredder or the ripper would be better. 8 times 4 is 32, 6 8s are 48. Doesn't have the dodge reduction of the shotgun. Doesn't knock people back. But a little bit longer range. So there we go. I don't want to have too much talky talk each episode. I'll get round to people. There's plenty of planets to look at. Okay, I've done have yours then, haven't I? Yes. Okay, let's get the Trinitas. Can we get a warp incursion? High Factum's voice rings with pride. Well, Captain, I've done as commanded. Everything has been prepared for your ritual with Mistress Kibellah. A select few upper deck officers are ready to leave their post to attend this formal gathering and praise your lordship's name. We can begin at your convenience. Splendid, Danrock. Summon my illustrious officers. It will be done. I shall signal the servants and notify the invited parties immediately. Let us demonstrate to Mistress Kibellah just how strong our vessel's spirit of camaraderie truly is. Attend the gathering. I don't know where their gathering is. Is it in my chambers? Rituals of the decks, where are we? Here. Officer's deck. Not the bridge. It must be here then. Everything's so busy now. Officer's deck. Oh, I should get The Dearest quest popping up soon. That's massive for her. I hope she makes a complete mess of everybody, because that'd be funny. There's Cassia, I think. No. Is it? No, it's Kibellah. Kibellah stands out clearly from the officers in attendance, both for her favour in the full regalia of a member of the Bloodspun Web, with a formal attire, with the empty space around her. Yeah, there is that. The other attendees are keeping their distance, as if an air of mortal danger repels them from your companion. There's Danrock. Danrock, whose keen, worried gaze is locked on Kibellah, and his mouth is stretched in the most courteous of smiles, gives you a hurried bow, your lordship. Domin, you are here. Kibellah sounds neither excited nor solemn. Her tone is indifferent, as her fearsome metal claws clutch a slice of fruit from one of the plates. I see you found a delicacy that is to your liking. She smiles. Food like this is impossible to come by in the lower bays. I do not know what this is, but it tastes incredible. Juice is dripping down her fingers and hand. It seems she is the only one here who has not lost her appetite. The officers' faces have turned to a pale, alarmed masks, and none of them is in a hurry to enjoy their feast. Oh, I love it. Make them all uncomfortable. How do you like the ceremonies on the upper decks? I'm attempting to peer through the florid shell to the core, yet it continues to elude me. She looks you in the eye. What is the purpose of this ritual, Domin? Explain it to me. Camaraderie. Spending all your days in toil can be dreary, because that's what he said, camaraderie. Dreary? If serving one's thread not the greatest joy there is? You of all people should know this, Domin Jellybobs. I'm too conspicuous besides the rest of your servants. Kibellah looks at the other guests, and they quickly avert her eyes. A fitting mask, that is what is required for a ritual like this. I came unprepared. It will not happen again. How are you? I feel wrong. Strange people, strange sounds and gestures. Kibellah lets out a sharp breath, her gaze becomes vacant, and her hand reaches for the table knife. I am losing myself in this whirlpool. Grasping the knife, she begins to carve lines right into the expensive wooden tabletop. A nervous rumour runs through the crowd. Their tense gazes are locked on the harmless-looking, barely sharpened metal utensil in the hand of the cultist of the Bloodspun Web. Look at the other attendees. Could it be that someone here finds the conduct of the Lord Captain's guest disturbing? Your words diffuse the fearful attention and focus on Kibellah as a strike cruiser scatters a raider squadron. The officers stop staring at your intimidating companion. Kibellah glances at the maze she has inscribed in size. Whenever I lose my thread, whenever I am forced astray by the outside world, I return to the labyrinth. It has all the answers. My meditation helps. In finding my way out, I regain myself, and praise the righteousness of serving the Undying One. I think it's fine. Your choice of attire is not customary for such gatherings. She looks at you with mild confusion. My parents tell these around me who I am. Everyone here is wearing a mask for the reception. For the respective thread. Is that not a requirement for your rituals? She glanced at the opulent room, the dazzling decor, and handsomely dressed officers. I sensed that this gathering was a terrible mistake. Danrock sighs heavily and looks down. Why? You have looked behind the curtain at my existence, and now I have looked at yours. She stares at you intently. I do not think that we have heard all the words that should have been spoken here today. Is it because you do not wish to say them in front of witnesses? Yeah, let's see where it goes. I'll go with the crowd. Take a walk with me. We're both stone-cold killers. Kibellah avoids your gaze as the two of you walk away from the other guest. She seems calm, but a slight tremble running down her right hand betrays her agitation. Once you're alone, she looks straight at you. I've discerned what you're doing here. I know that your calling a ritual was a ruse. True rituals are constant, immutable, like the cycles of the cooling machines in the ship's bowels, or the shifts of the base servants. This was spontaneous, something you prepared just for me. Then you stayed at my side the entire time. Now here you are, granting me yet another request. Why is that? What do you mean, why? There's no place for either benevolence, neither along your thread nor mine. Kibellah's eyes seem almost to glow in the dark, yet you offer me attention, and privileges are both undeserved and unnecessary. Why? I've come to value your company. Yeah, she's amazing on the battlefield. Her eyes widen slightly. So that's how it is, Dom and Jellybobs. She suddenly looks away, a smile touches her lips. When you asked me if I wanted to look at the rituals of your world, I was not entirely candid with my answer. Yes, to see the Domin's world is a priceless gift, but what I truly wished for was to see it with you. She gives you a searching look down her eyes. What do you think, Dom and Jellybobs? Has your blade failed you? That's the first time you've been honest with me about your desires. To see your sincerity, that is the truly priceless gift here. Kibellah's face darkens for a moment, but then almost immediately, a faint smile grows wider. That is a luxury that no spinner can afford. Her voice drops to a soft whisper. She said about you, has your blade failed you? I don't know. Just kiss her. Maybe being forthright and open about it. That's what she responds to. Not the little rituals that Cassia wants. Kibellah reciprocates, hesitantly at first, then passionately. Her lips are warm and soft, surprisingly for someone seemingly woven from muscle and unyielding will. I want to stay with you somewhere private. Then take me there. You can barely hear Kibellah's voice as she speaks your name plainly for the first time. Oh no, Domin. Yeah. Now, is she doing it because it's service, or is she doing it because she wants to? What? Okay.
You are different in intimacy from what I expected. I'm discovering new sides to you.
That's a lot of blood then, I guess. Kibellah draws a finger across her pale skin, tracing a long fluid line from the curve of her hip to the sharp ridges of her clavicle, through the pattern of ritual wounds and battle scars. We have gained knowledge of one another. Through the revelation of the flesh, we have spun a stronger spiritual bond between us. Do you feel it? We have certainly become closer. This pleases me. I believe this is but the first of many revelations we will receive. She stretches languidly on the bed. Each new encounter promises the opportunity to know you better and to reveal myself to you. We'll explore our bodies and souls to attain total unity. Did you enjoy this evening? Her eyes drift closed. Yes, it was a new sensation. Every moment with you was replete with meaning. Empty lust will not grant such depth of feeling. I did not know physical intimacy held any interest for spinners. The blood-spawn web does not encourage the pleasures of the flesh, but nor does it forbid them. A spinner is free to enjoy carnal love, but what draws them to it is usually curiosity rather than passion, or a special feeling, a sacred feeling, that must not be sacrificed to ascesis. I must attend to other matters. Now I must spend some time alone. I must traverse the labyrinth with new knowledge of us. I didn't expect her to be a romanceable companion. I thought it was her on the deck, who literally threw herself at us straight away. Okay. I can't go in here, can I? No. And what's this person doing here? Artist statue. Master of ablutions. How long have I been recording? 46 minutes. Well, I'll save it here then. And end this episode, because this might be more talky talk, and perform your ablutions. Looks a bit saucy. Next episode, we will perform our ablutions and see where that goes. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye for now.